Hey everybody, so Monday Matters for January 8th, 2024 is that communication matters. And this is in every part of life. Like, you want to really mess up a relationship, mess up at work, mess up anything, really, then have poor communication. And I'm seeing this in a couple of different areas of life right now, um, that aren't necessarily directly related to me, as in like I'm part of the communication, but I'm seeing other people's communication issues and how it's affecting their relationships. And I'm an outsider observing it. And it's not pretty. And as an outsider, it's a little obvious that there are issues. It's not always obvious what the issues are, right? Because we don't know everybody else's issues. We don't know everybody else's past. And so, which is a big reason why it's really important not to judge people and how they react to different things, because we don't know their past. We don't know what that piece of communication that they received triggered in them. And so what we need to do is just come alongside as best we can and try and help them through communicating what we see, in not a judgmental way, but just say it appears that this is an issue for you, right? It appears that you need some help. What can I do? As opposed to saying, come in and try and fix it. And I've been married for almost 24 years. And one thing you learn pretty quickly in a marriage for a guy, if you're going to have in my opinion, a successful communication in your marriage, is that when your wife has a problem, you don't just automatically try and fix it. You have to ask questions about how they feel and what they need and how you can support them. And you do those things, you get better communication. And unfortunately, and especially when it comes to guys, I'm going to call us out, because when it comes to guys, we're horrible at communicating our feelings. We're horrible at communicating with other guys, especially the guys that are close to us, whether they're family members or friends. We're not that great at it. And when we're better and we work on it, those relationships get better and those relationships flourish. And we are more successful because we lift each other up. We lift the community up. We lift our group up, whoever it is, whatever the communication is surrounding. When we communicate better, things typically finish up better. And you can think about this in even in the business world. Think about how many places that you've been that have, or that you use for services that fail at something, and you get all upset, and maybe you have a right to be upset, right? They failed at something, and you get all upset, and they don't know how to communicate, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And so learning how to communicate and being honest with your communication, and a big key is learning when to say, I don't know, but I will find out. Right? Or I don't know, I will get someone else to help. Those are key phrases and good communication. Because when you try and come up with something, it's going to fail. If you try and come up with a solution, because you're trying to just get rid of the conversation or the confrontation or whatever it is, and you're just trying to do something to just get them out of the way, oftentimes if you're making something up, it's going to cause big problems, either right then or down the road. So communication is huge. You need to make sure that you're communicating well, especially with the people that you love and the people that you care about and the people that you see often, coworkers, clients, all these people that oftentimes, almost 100% of the time, I would say, that conflict can be avoided and or resolved quickly with good communication. And the easiest thing to do is just say, I want to help. I don't know what you are expecting out of me. How can I help? What's the issue? How did I communicate poorly? How can I fix this? What can I do to help? These are things that you can do that will help the other person understand that you're not just trying to win an argument. You're not just trying to get them to do whatever you want because you're trying to get them to do whatever you want. It's that you're trying to communicate well, that you're trying to make sure that you're both on the same page if you can be. And if you can't be on the same page, that you would both at least respect and appreciate each other's views and opinions. And good communication, you can do that. And you can do it without being offended. And you can do it without having this thorn in your side that sits and festers for years and causes a far bigger problem than anything that initially would have happened. So communication matters. Good communication really matters. And so if you have problems with your relationships, if you have problems with people in your world and understanding how to talk to them, and you see that there's a lot of issues, I'm not saying you're the issue, but communication is the issue. And are you communicating well? And are they communicating well? And so a lot of times it's just a matter of stopping the conversation and saying, wait a minute, we went off track. Something's wrong. Let's bring things back and start over and communicate well so we each understand each other. And if our politicians do that, it'd be a different world. It'd be a truly different world. In my belief, if people would just communicate. So, but that's what matters on this Monday, the second Monday of 2024, which is going to be a great year because I'm going to communicate well, and it's going to make it a great year because of that.